So many years ago, when my dad was a child, they had farm pigs, and when the pigs gave birth, my grandma would take my dad and the piglets to visit poor rural villages. And she would gift each family 2 piglets, and she'd say, you can keep one of these, but you need to raise the other one, and I'll come back and buy it off you. So fast forward to many years later, the genocidal regime of the Khmer Rouge happened, and people were evacuated from their homes and made to live in famine in the jungle. And if they weren't killed, they were subjected to many atrocities, like not limited to starvation and forced labour. So after witnessing the death of many family members and suffering for all those years, my dad made the decision to escape, just in the hopes of finding a better life. But in doing so, he was actually caught near the border and imprisoned, and he was told that he would be executed. Luckily, the night before he was going to be executed, the prison guard actually recognised my dad and set him free. And so this prison guard had belonged to one of those families that my grandma had shared her piglets with many years ago. It suddenly made me realise that the reason why I'm alive is because of my grandmother's actions, and to think that her kindness was powerful enough to inspire kindness in someone who was supposed to kill people really resonated with me. And so I wanted to live my life in such a way that would honour her memory. I knew that I wanted to be able to show kindness and compassion and be there for people. So eventually that's led me to studying medicine and to be training as a GP. So I guess the most rewarding experience is when I was a trainee intern and I got to do my elective at the Mangere Refugee Resettlement Centre. So there I got to spend time with the GP, but also I got to collect refugees directly from the airport gate. And so one particular moment that stood out to me was when we collected this family and we returned to the centre, and they just rushed out of the van and they were reunited with their other family members. And so that was a really emotional moment for me because it made me think about my own family and what it was like for them to come to New Zealand and come through here. And to think that I was now there, but on the other side of the process, because of everything that they've done and everything that they've been through, was, like a full circle moment. I think, the fact that New Zealand has allowed refugees into the country has meant, everything to my parents and our family, because it could have been so much different. So instead of, living in poverty, we're now living in New Zealand, and we've had all these opportunities that we had, had the chance to make the most of. So if my grandma was sitting here today, I would just say, thank you for everything, and I hope that she would be proud of, what we've achieved, and that, hopefully everything that she has been through wasn't for nothing.